Let's move straight to our final conversation. Still politics. As crisis continues to cast dark clouds over the future of the People's Democratic Party PDP, governors on its platform are making moves to reassert control and restore the party's reputation. At a meeting in Jos, Plateau State, the PDP governors emphasized the importance of unity within the party, acknowledging the challenges it faces and the need for internal cohesion to regain public trust and influence ahead of future elections. The chairman of the PDP Governors Forum and the governor of Bauchi State, Bala Mohammed, commended the party stakeholders for their unwavering support, emphasizing the position of the PDP as an unbreakable political party. Now let's share the story by TVC News Funam Joshua with you.
Governors of the People's Democratic Party and other critical stakeholders of the party are in Jos, the Plateau State capital, for a meeting. The gathering is to deliberate on key national issues and happenings within the party structure. With the crisis that has affected the unity and progress of the party in recent times, the party's leadership is still struggling to resolve their differences. To ensure the party remains strong, the governors went into a closed-door meeting that lasted for hours before its conclusion, and shortly after, a communique with a resolution on the meeting was read by the forum chairman, Bala Mohammed, the Bauchi State Governor. The economic hardship, Edo and Ondo elections, the party crisis, and issues pertaining to the next national convention were priorities at the meeting.
The forum notes the concerns of Nigerians, PDP founding fathers, elders and members of our great party, of the seeming divisions within the ranks and files of the party. The forum wishes to state categorically that it remains resolute in its determination to ensure unity and cohesion of this great party. The forum is constrained to accept the latest postponement of the National Executive Council (NEC) of the party in empathy and sympathy with our colleague, His Excellency Governor Enobasi, whose late dear wife will be buried on the same day earlier scheduled for NEC. The forum is strongly advising the NWC to call NEC latest by first week of February 2025. The forum calls on the President to urgently review both macroeconomic and fiscal policies that will address the welfare and well-being of Nigerians. The forum calls on the judiciary to save Nigerian democracy and the National Assembly to look into our electoral laws to make it difficult for institutional sabotage of the will of the people.
The PDP governor says they will continue to aggressively pursue policies and programs that will reduce the hardship of Nigerians and ensure progress and development of the country are sustained. From Joshua, TVC News, Jos.
All right, let's bring the conversation home. Now, with this meeting, can we say that the PDP is now putting its house in order?
I don't think so.
Why?
And I will tell you why.
Why?
I don't think so. Before,
okay,
in every political party, the strongest and most influential bloc is the Governors Forum.
Sure.
Within that party.
Sure.
Normally, when push comes to shove, the governors decide among themselves, this is what we want to do, because they have that clout. Being chief executives of the various states, they come and decide what they're going to do. But now, not anymore in PDP. The Governors Forum within PDP is not as strong as it used to be, because, like I said, they are divided. Don't forget that at the last election,
yes,
the G5,
yes,
the G5 were basically governors,
yes,
who did not agree with the party in terms of power change and all that. And the crisis that happened at that time is still there.
It's still there. They've not solved
They've not solved that problem. Because when IU was forced to leave,
yes,
since that time, they will not be able to have a substantive chairman. Damagun has been there. They've tried severally, including the Governors Forum there, these same people that have in this meeting, they have tried severally to remove Damagun and not be able to do that. Just recently, they issue statements that they are supporting Fubara in Rivers State, who is a member of that Governors Forum. who is the governor of Rivers State. But the chairman and the secretary of the party of PDP wrote letters to the appeal court to disown the cases filed by Fubara. The party, the executive of the party, the chairman and the
shows that they are divided among
That's what I'm saying. Saying that we are not supporting Fubara.
We are not supporting Fubara.
The party does not know what he's saying. We are not with them. So what are we saying?
I mean, those people are behind making.
If the parties, because what I'm saying is that yes, that of course they're supporting Damagun is in a wicked action.
Yes.
And even within the governors forum within PDP,
yes,
there are some governors like the governor of Osun,
Oyo,
and the governor of Oyo. They are supporting Wike.
Exactly.
They are with Damagun, and they are saying we are supporting Damagun, and they are not supporting the decisions of the other governors forum. So I cannot say that they will solve the problem. No. It is good to meet. It's good to meet and talk. But for whatever reason, they've not been able to solve their problem. And the influence of the governors forum is not as it used to be.
Has been watered down.
Considerably. So, yes, they can meet, they can talk, but they know, even those who attended that meeting, do not agree with everything they are saying. The division in PDP is another ball game because Wike is a major factor in that party. And the reason is very obvious. When Wike was funding the party and building structures, a lot of people did not bother. Now you've allowed him to become very powerful. Yes. Kept installing the chairman of the party. If there are problems, he will say, I don't want this chairman again. He will put another one. He will be the one to do that. And you allowed him. Now he has become so powerful that you cannot just ignore him.
It's hard to ignore.
And it's not with them. It's not with this governors forum. Wike is on the other side. It's not with them.
Yeah, because it's
so, and whether you like it or not, you cannot deny the fact that Wike is a major political tendency within PDP.
Let's talk about bringing sanity into the PDP. The PDP Governors Forum and its organs. Do you think they have the political capital to bring sanity into the party?
I think they have the capacity, in terms of capacity, ability to do it. But as it is now, can they do it? Because of the infighting, I think it's practically impossible. Because the opposing figures have taken extreme positions and they are not ready to look for the lowest common factor that should unite the party. And I think that we should not forget that when the PDP started, PDP had, in fact, the best opportunity as a party in this country. Because when it started in 1998, it was a conservative party, a party of the status quo. You see a lot of generals, retired generals, the business, the richest men in this country, they were all there. And that gave that party the lead way to win so many, to rule the country for 16 years. But the PDP has failed to reform itself, given the changing dynamics of politics in Nigeria. And if you don't reform yourself to meet the modern day demand of Nigerians, you become less and less relevant as time goes on. So as it is now, there are groups that are sharply opposed to each other. The last time they had their meeting, the 98 next section, I think April, they set up committees to look at the reconciliation, to conduct election at what levels. But I felt that reconciliation should come first before you even talk about conducting what and state
this kind of committee, reconciliation and...
Yes, but while reconciliation was going on, elections were being held, So I felt the reconciliation should come first before you even talk about holding congresses. So for now, I think PDP is negotiating from a position of weakness. It will be good for Nigeria to have a viable opposition. But there are a lot of things we expect before you can be a viable opposition party. You need to have a rallying figure at the national level. Somebody with charisma that can call somebody and say, look, I want this thing to happen. Like Awolowo used to do in those days. I mean, the current president was the national leader
of the party.
To a large extent. And also former President Buhari, they had some level of moral authority. Former President Obasanjo is supposed to be playing that. It's no longer there. He actually tore his membership card. The former president, Jonathan, supposed to be doing that. But there are rumors. He almost contested on the platform of APC, and people are even talking about him coming to APC now. So there is no rallying figure at the national level. Then there is a lack of enough resource for them. Unlike in those days that they had access to national resources, that they could do a lot of things. Then contradictions in the party itself. People that are factionalized at the state level, at the national level, at the local government level. People like Wike, they are no longer one leg there, one leg out. Fayose, who is the strong man of PDP in the Southwest, is one leg there, one leg out. Then even the framework of opposition of the PDP, read their statements, very watery. They can't even come with an alternative solution to the economy. People are complaining things are hard. What is your alternative? You must be able to come with superior alternative. Compare with the days of Lai Mohammed. That when you are reading that statement as a journalist, your head will swell. Exactly. You see figures, you see facts. That opposition, I don't even know who is the PRO of PDP as we speak. So they only attack individuals, attack the president, attack, personal. It's like you are playing football and you are attacking the leg of your opponent instead of playing ball. So they need to put, the house in order. As PDP is today, it's a very weak and decimated party.
But they used to have a Debo Olugbanpa as
he's still there. But who issued statements for them now? There was a Kola. That was before. So in terms of responding to national issues, the PDP is not there, providing alternative to Nigerians, giving them hope. In terms of engagement, control engagement on political and economic issues, the PDP is not there, and even not the Labour Party. So there is apart from radical elements, people like Femi Falana, and all that who are engaging the system, there is no organized,
Now, when we were talking about the Labour Party earlier, we said that, some people allege that, the president was involved in the woes of the Labour. But in the PDP now, some have also said that the president and the APC also involved in the woes of the PDP.
Again, around nonsense. And I will tell you why. When Wike was almost in charge of PDP at the time. Before this last election, the election before that, he was already planning to install former speaker from Sokoto, Tambuwa, as the candidate of the party. He almost became the party because, one, he first told them that they cannot move that convention from Rivers. They had to take the convention to Rivers. And he almost installed Tambuwa until the military class felt they were not comfortable with Tambuwa. And then they now went to meet Obasanjo in Abeokuta to tell Obasanjo that, the military class, because Obasanjo is the head boy of the military class in politics, to tell him that, sir, we have decided that it is Atiku that can confront the system and that we want you to support Atiku. And that was when they agreed. From there, so and others went to Rivers and changed things. And that's how Tambuwa lost. Yes. Okay, so this last primaries, Tambuwa supported Atiku. And Wike felt betrayed, was hurt. Because, and he had justification of things, because his own argument is that, look, somebody from the north just finished 8 years. And if we want to be true to ourselves, the power is supposed to come to the south. So you cannot give it back to another northerner. And he had that problem. And some other governors, agreed with him. And they knew that he was against that. And in politics is about interest.
Interest, true.
Politics is about interest. So he felt that, okay, these people within this party have denied me this. We are not working for you. We are going to go and work with the opposition so that the opposition can win, because we believe that you should not win. Okay, fine. He was compensated with Minister of FCT.
Yes.
Which is big deal.
A very big deal.
Which is big deal. So it is not that somebody is using somebody to weaken your party. No. It's just that the interest of that person, in this case Wike, tallied with that of the president. Because when the president was contesting an election, it is important for him to win as many states as possible. So if a Wike, who is the Lord in Rivers, says, we want to do business with you, we want to support you, why will you say no?
But is that not anti-party?
Yeah, of course it is anti-party, but what I explained, that it happens especially in our own space. A lot of people do anti-party. It's not now. I remember that when Chief Michael Otedola became governor of Lagos State, the Jakonde group did anti-party because of the Sarumi and Agbalajobi problem. You understand? And eventually, Sarumi became the candidate of the party, and Agbalajobi is one representing the Jakonde faction of the party. They asked their supporters to vote for Otedola, and Otedola won the election as governor. It's anti-party. When people move from one party to another and go and contest another party, and then come back again, it's anti-party.
Now, in the PDP now, there was the time they came up with a committee for reconciliation, for disciplinary. In the Wike factor, should they be put into reconciliation or disciplinary?
You know why? Even the reconciliation, that's why I said they are not serious about the party. Even the reconciliation committee headed by Ikimi, they had problem from the beginning. Because a member of that committee was Bode George. Yes. And Bode George said he cannot be in a committee that Kimi will share. That they were the founders of the party. And he refused to serve in that committee. So since then, who have they been able to reconcile? Because the major person that you need to reconcile with within that party is Wike. And they will not be able to do that. And the problem is that some of these governors are supporting Wike. But not only that, there are a lot of tendencies in the party that are supporting Wike. That's why it's been very difficult for them to be able to punish Wike. They've not been able to sanction him because it's very, very strong in the party. So every time that they want to sanction him, they cannot do that because he has genuine support within the party.
Within the party. What are your thoughts here?
Well, I absolutely agree that unless you identify the power blocks and you dignify them, you know, not to start insulting and abusing them. You need to. Then you are ready for. You are not ready for reconciliation. Okay. In reconciliation, you must be able to part ways with certain gains. But if you want to be a winner takes all, then you are not ready for reconciliation. So they must not think that unless we destroy Wike, unless Wike destroys Atiku, you must, be able to grant certain concessions on both sides.
Okay, so that you can... just hold that thought. We have Ade from London joining us on the show. Ade, good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us. Ade, are you still with us? Okay. All right. Now,
so I also don't believe that,
Hello, Ade, are you still with us?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly. Ade, let's talk.
You can hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes, I'm with you. Can you hear me?
Let us talk. I can hear you. Okay. All right. Now, in wrapping up, the PDP governors also said something. How do you react to the allegations that the PDP governors are saying that INEC manipulated the Edo State election? They also said that. Well, what are your thoughts on that?
How? It's very easy for you to, just say anything. How? I can say, the election was rigged, but come up with facts. Facts that are verifiable, facts that can be defended in courts. If you don't have those facts, then we know that when politicians do election in Nigeria, that is the usual slogan. But you have to look within yourself. Within yourself. That are you better organized? Look at, we can't be talking about those. We know the kind of rainbow of coalition that produced the victory for the APC. So the PDP should be able to know that you cannot be living in the old age, thinking that because you had power for 16 years, things are moving. The country has moved on. You have to restructure yourself. You have to admit your mistakes, and then you have to bend down a little bit, come down from your high tower, and then bend down a little bit in order to be able to meet, the temple of the moment, to be able to, be relevant in the space. If not,
For me, that is not an issue.
It's not an issue.
Why it's not an issue is that there's a tribunal.
True.
There's a tribunal. What you need to do is to gather your facts, take it to the tribunal, convince the tribunal that you won the election and was given to the other party. And the tribunal will give it to you. It has happened before in several states, including Edo. When Oshomole became governor, he went to the tribunal. He got his governor. When Aregbesola became governor, he went to the tribunal. You understand what I'm saying? Yes. So we have seen evidences that if you have facts and you take it to tribunal, you will get victory. So you don't need to come and say that, oh, INEC manipulated and all that. You are past that. What you need to do is to gather your facts, take it to the tribunal, and convince the tribunal that you won the election. And the tribunal will give you the victory that you want. It's there. Shomole did it, went to court, and became governor of Edo State.
All right, gentlemen. Wow, how time flies when we talk Nigeria. Mayor Kimpel, appreciate you as always. Thank you so much for having this conversation with me. And Adewale Ade, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well, I want to say thank you to the gentlemen in the MCR and the PCR pressing the buttons for us to have a beautiful conversation. And that's all on Journalist Hangout on Sunday. Join us tomorrow for the regular episode of the program at 5 p.m. You can watch the repeat broadcast of this episode tonight at 11:30. We are on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I am Benga Oresha.